Hi, so this is my review of the hisense Q5 tablet when used as a monitor. So for those of you who don't know what the hisense Q5 is, it's an RLCD screen, it's basically like an e-ink with the refresh rate of a regular LCD. And so I guess the reason why you would want to use it is because unlike a normal computer screen, or a regular phone, it's not like staring at a giant light bulb, right? And it has a pretty decent refresh rate. So let me show you guys. Let me open up like a video or something. Let's see. Let's go like YouTube. Do I have YouTube? Yeah, here's YouTube. All right. And let's watch like that. So.
Ooh-wee. Miss Clarissa, I'm gonna tell you, girl, in that dress, you looking about as sweet as a field full of honeysuckle after a spring rain shower. How do you do it, girl?
So maybe this one isn't that good of a. Maybe that one isn't that good of an example, but like the refresh rate is at least 30 frames per second. So it's pretty good. There's almost like no lag. See, I'm moving around. Let me show you guys as I type. So I'm a computer programmer by trade, and so here's me typing, and it is very usable. So this is what you need to connect it to like a computer. So you need an HDMI micro adapter cable, which goes over here and connects to this Type-C to HDMI adapter. And at least on my Mac, it's pretty neat because it has a way to, you can actually rotate the screen. So if you don't like this mode like that, you can actually rotate it. And here it is. So there it is, upside down, rotated. Revert. In terms of resolution, since I'm in that screen, so by default, this is 720p, which is pretty low, and 1080p. It also supports 1080p. I don't know if you can make that out there, but like I can't like make it. It's too small for me. Like I can't make anything out when it's at 1080p. It technically does support that. In terms of using it too, like if you go to accessibility, so I have this enabled, so it has a little bit more contrast to make it a little bit more readable. This theme that I'm using here in my text editor, it is designed for e-ink screen, so it looks the best when it's like a white background with a really strong black. So here's it's called a terminal. You can see that the font isn't as black as this one, and so it's kind of like harder to make out. So definitely, if you switch to a theme that is like super strong black on white, that's when it's going to be the most readable. And speaking of readability, I think that's probably the main disadvantage. I think that the main limitation of this tablet, so like the refresh rate and the lag is pretty decent. It's usable, but like here's my setup. Let me zoom out. This is how I've set it up. So you can see here I have a light literally like a couple of inches from the screen. I'm indoors, it's daylight, and I cannot make stuff out because the screen does not have enough contrast So I think if you like buy a projector, I think that's what it's called, the contrast. So the one gotcha with the screen is that it just doesn't have enough contrast. So like you have to like use like serious light in order to use it. So the other thing too is that if you notice over here, like right here, so that's actually a screen. That's actually part of the screen. So for some reason, when you connect it to your computer, like it does not like scale to the. It does not use the full display, right? And so it's already a tiny display, and you're getting an even smaller one. So I'd say if it's supposed to be like 10.5 inches, this is like 10 inches. So I am gonna use this like for at least a month, and then probably I'll report back to report my experience. Like I said, the main thing is the need to have like a really strong light source in order to use it. That's probably the main gotcha with using this. But other than that, I mean, I think it does have some potential. So.